Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I want to talk about a new event that will start tomorrow and that will last for the next 7 weeks. And during this event, you will be able to get in total 8 new mounts, including some really nice ones. So this event is the Turbulent Timeways, and as you can see, it will start tomorrow and it will last for 7 weeks. So this event is linked to Timewalking, and basically during the 7 next weeks, you will be able to have each week a new Timewalking event, starting with Timewalking for Mist Open Area. This event will then be followed by the Timewalking events for Water Journeyer during that week. Then we will have the Legion Timewalking event, then Classic Timewalking. Then after that, we will have the Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, and finally, we will also have the Cataclysm Timewalking event, and it will end right here. So during this event, each time you finish one of the Timewalking dungeons, you will be able to get one of these Distilled Knowledge of Timeways, and with this item, you will receive an increased experience gain from killing monsters and completing quests by 5%, which is very useful, and this is something you can stack up to 30%. So each of these different effects lasts for 2 hours, and when you complete another dungeon, it adds one of the different stacks and it resets the 2-hour timer. So let's say, for instance, you completed one dungeon and you have 5%. If after an hour you do another one, you will now have 10% and the timer will be reset to 2 hours. And when you do that 4 times in a row, so when you manage to get 4 of these different stacks at the same time, you will be able to obtain this Mastery of Timeways. And when you manage to get Mastery of Timeways 5 weeks in a row, or at least 5 weeks out of the 7 weeks during which the Turbulent Timeways event is up, you will be able to complete this achievement right here, Master of the Turbulent Timeways. Gain Mastery of Timeways for 5 weeks during the Turbulent Timeways event. And as the reward for completing this achievement, you will be able to get the Timely Buzzbee Mount. And as you can see, this is this really nice bee mount right here. And I really like the saddle and all the different details on the mount. And especially this is really cool because you can actually use it even if you're on a horde character, which is pretty nice because until now you had to be an alliance character in order to use the famous bee mount from Battle for Azeroth. And so this mount again will only be available during this event, and probably a year or 2 years after that it will be added to the different Timewalking vendors, like the previous mount that you were able to get during the previous Turbulent Timeways event, which is the Sandy Shellwing. And now you can buy this mount from any of the Timewalking vendors for 5,000 of the different time wrap badges. And next to that, you will also be able to buy all the new Timewalking mounts from each of the different vendors from each of the Timewalking events. So for Classic WoW, you will have the reins of the Frey Feather Hippogriff that you were able to get also during the WoW 20th anniversary event. Then for the Burning Crusade, you will be able to get the reins of the Amani Hunting Bear, which is this one right here. Then you will also have the Enchanted Spellweave Carpet for the Wrath of the Lich King event. This one again is pretty cool because you can use it even if you don't have tailoring, unlike all the other carpet mounts in the game. Then you will have the Broodling of Sinestra from Cataclysm Timewalking. Then from Mist Open Area Timewalking, which will be available tomorrow, you will be able to get the Copper Main Killian Reigns. Then we have the Nightfall Sky Rivers Reigns from Water Journeyer Timewalking, and finally from Legion Timewalking we will be able to get Urzul Flesh Reaper Bridle, and in my opinion this one is by far the coolest one. And again, each of these mounts will cost you 5,000 of the different time wrap badges, and you will only be able to buy them when the specific Timewalking event is up. So for instance, if you want this one, you will need to log in and buy the mount when the vendor will be up, when Timewalking for Legion will be available. And of course, these mounts will now always be up for the different vendors, so they are not going away even after the end of the Turbulent Timeways event. But it's definitely easy right now to get all of them because these different events will all happen in the 7 next weeks. So if you're missing some of them, you can all buy them during this time. So I would really recommend you to take part in this event. first in order to get the achievement and the new Timely Buzzbee Mount, because again, we don't know when exactly it will be brought back into the game. For the overmount, it took almost 2 years. So for this one, if you really want it, I would recommend you to try and get it while you can. Of course, also try to get your hands on all the other specific rewards and all the new mounts from all the different Timewalking events and Timewalking vendors, because again, even though these are not permanent on the vendors, you'd never know really how long it's gonna take you before the next event is up. And so right now, all of them will be up during the 7 next weeks. And so that's the perfect moment to farm all these Tamara badges and to get all these different rewards. And of course, it's also a very good time for you to get an increased XP buff and to level up some of your alts really fast. So definitely something that you also don't want to miss. And the final thing that I want to mention is that during the different events that will include a raid, so namely, normally you have the Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, and Cataclysm Timewalking, you will be able to do some of the raids in Timewalking difficulty, and with that you will have the weekly quest that will require you to kill the last boss in Timewalking difficulty, which is something super easy to do. You can normally directly enter the raid and kill the last boss, and like that you will each time receive a cache that will contain some of the rare mounts from this expansion, and also a piece of hero gear. So again, if you are leveling up and gearing up some alts, I would especially recommend you to do these different Timewalking raids during these 3 different events right here. And normally this is something, again, that is very easy to do. All you want to do is to go right here in the pre-made group for Raids Legacy, and you will have to type skip. And normally when the specific week will be up, let's say for instance the Burning Crusade, and the specific raid will be up, let's say the Black Temple, you will find a lot of groups that will be formed, and then you can just join them, get the quest, and complete the quest super fast. That's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime I wish you all a great day. Bye!